The
Well,
podcast is live.
yeah, but it ain't on my boob tube yet. Come on. Damn, I
Oh,
know
there it
we.
goes. Good. I'm
Okay.
already muted.
All right. Here we are. We are live. Bare truth and bushcraft. And what we kind of decided on is we're just going to take off from where bushcraft left off Tuesday. So therefore, if there are any questions, please capitalize them in chat and we will try to get back up with you.
Or just put question. That's because some people are on a phone. Because you have to tap it twice, the arrow thing to get them capitalized. There's probably another way, but I don't know. I'm not a phone person.
Damn, if you don't know it, then it ain't been done yet.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can keep caps up, but I don't know what it is on a phone. I try not to mess with it too much.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Now, I was kind of complaining a little bit to bushcraft, venting. We went to the grocery store, and for the price we spent, we didn't get shit.
Yeah.
So, but,
and that's the thing. I mean, we're both in the same boat, kind of, because disability, and then they don't give you hardly anything for um, the food stamp direction thing.
you
You
right.
make too much. Now, how do I make too much when I can't hardly pay the bills? And where am I going to get the food money from?
Well, who was it? Damn. Pinball said it this morning. There was a lady overseas. She was something like a coffee shop. She got her light bill 73 days. That's how they bill them over there. $10,000. Dude, I told the wife, you let me see a light bill for 10,000. Guess what? We got no lights.
Oh yeah, it'd be cheaper running everything on a generator with high gas prices.
Yeah, you're right.
10,000 for yeah, no. You're not getting that. You're not getting that money out of me.
I mean, no, Our light bill, and we do not have electric heat. Every light bulb we got is 65 watt, and there's some of which we had 100 watt, but I watch TV 90% of the time. The wife watches TV. That's it. We don't cook. We make sandwiches. Hell, we can't even afford to buy groceries. And our light bill this go around was $160. That's it. I mean, yeah, hell, that's expensive also.
Yeah.
And I told the wife, I said, I've been thinking about it, selling everything we got and moving into a low rental house. And she said, and she said,
me, I'd probably live in a car or something. Live out the back of my truck.
Well, I asked her, I said, time to buy a bigger tent.
Yep.
I'm going to mute here for a second.
Okay. Yeah. The whole, I think I qualify for $12. $12 or $8. I forget what it was.
If you go say food stamps, it's going to be $8.
Yeah.
Last time we qualified, we got
$16.
$16. That's what we was qualified for.
Yeah.
And she ended up asking me to leave her office.
Yeah.
I
Thanks
mean,
for helping me buy a loaf of bread and a gallon of milk.
and roll of toilet paper. But I mean, look, I'm pretty sure you've done it. You've worked as a cashier somewhere. They come in with these here food cards, and when you do the receipt down at the bottom, it shows how much they spent and how much is still left on their food card. How in the Sam hell is it right for somebody to qualify for $18 and they still got over $3,000 worth of food stamps? Come down here.
Yeah, they like I was said about this lady that's down the road was complaining. Well, actually, she's not there no more. All of her stuff is out on the side of the road, and evidently didn't pay her rent either. Almost $3,000 that they're getting. I know kids need to eat and everything, but once you turn adults, you don't have to eat anymore. I mean, I paid taxes, enough taxes before I was 25, more than most people pay in their life. Because I was working when I was 12, 13 years old. Even though I said I was older, I still paid into my tax and Social Security and all that stuff.
I think me and you both fall in the same boat in that category.
Yeah, I much would rather go out and work, even though I can't.
Well, I had to go get my van inspected today. My wife and the lady worked there, and it was another customer was talking. And of course, I was outnumbered, so I listened. And she made a damn good point. When the government pays you more to sit on your ass and do nothing, why do you want to go out and work? That's what's wrong with our young people, this generation today.
Oh, yeah.
And I cannot disagree with her on it.
Well, I can. I was never one that just wanted to lay around home and not do anything, even if I was getting paid to do it, which I never did. But I'd want to go out and do stuff. They don't want to go out. They don't even go to the store. They call somebody and have it delivered.
Hell, the only time they go out is to buy a new game or something, or
you don't even do that now. It's all digital. You just buy it over whatever game system you're on. It's you don't have copies of a disc anymore. It's just all digital. You create an account, say, "Oh, I want that game." You push a button and it's yours.
Shit, I pay for something. I won't be able to physically handle it. You know.
Well, computers, they don't even have CD-ROMs in them anymore, or floppies for that matter, if anybody remembers what a floppy drive is.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, definitely. But, come think about it, you're right, because my laptop don't have a CD-ROM on it, but my old one does.
Oh, yeah, the older ones.
And I was thinking about just clearing it completely out and starting all over with that one. Erase everything I had on it.
Yeah, I'd like to, because I still have blank DVDs. When that used to be a thing,
mm-hmm.
I would get movies. You're not supposed to say
yeah.
And I would burn them on a DVD and play them on our DVD player, which you don't use DVD players anymore either. It's
I've got
it's all Fire Sticks and Roku's and things like that.
you're right, but we've got a whole lot of family videos on, believe it or not, VHS tapes. Tried to find a VHS player nowadays.
Oh yeah. Whenever I see one that doesn't smell like it's on fire
Charred.
or doesn't smell like somebody's foot, I usually pick it up
Yeah.
because they're really hard to find. Working ones on top of it.
Well, now life with Bobby. Let me highlight it. She says she likes a physical copy of things, which floppy disk, the large actual floppy ones are 3.5.
Yeah.
I bet you
I've
got.
had the five. I got 5 and a 3.5.
I mainly got the 3.5, but I've got like two or three storage. Man, am I really messed up with the words today?
Yes, being charming. You actually open it up and smell inside of a VCR. If it smells like it's burnt, it's probably not going to work.
Well, I appreciate that info right there. I did not know that.
Oh yeah, I'll like I go to the Goodwill. I'll pop the door open and go and sniff it. Even the tapes, because they always have some, and some of those are really hard to get, especially the Disney ones.
Mhm.
You open them up, and usually you can see on the windows if they've been jammed up or whatnot, or you can
Like
open them up and again smell them. If they smelt burnt, then it means they've been fried inside of a VCR player.
like a cassette tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You remember what the pen or pencil in a cassette tape was good for?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You take that thing and woo.
I used to take mine and whirl it around like a frisbee on the finger.
Yeah. Life with Bobby. I still have Oregon Trail 2. The second one on floppy.
Now, explain to me, Oregon Trail, is that a game?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's where you went along the Oregon Trail and you had to, most of the time everybody died of dysentery.
Okay.
But the really good ones where you got to shoot rattlesnakes and rabbits and things like that. Every once in a while you got to shoot a deer.
Huh.
But I used to play that game all the time. My kids played it, and
Now, there was one I liked to play. I can't think of the name of it, but you just went out and shot deer, like that.
the hunting ones, yeah.
Yeah. And some of them are so realistic. Like all you got to do is step on the leaf where it makes
Oh
that
yeah,
crinkling sound, they gone. So,
yeah.
hello, backwoods boys and small engines. I apologize. I forgot to say hello to everybody in chat. Oh,
Yeah, but if you talk to anybody that's played um, Oregon Trail, ask them what their first death was, and most of the time it's dysentery or rattlesnake. But that's why I liked was it 1883
Okay.
that just came out. It was on Paramount, I think, or Paramount Plus or whatever they call it now. They show how the rough side of what it was for somebody to travel to the West Coast to Oregon.
Hmm.
And they started with a whole big old bunch and ended up, I think only a couple people actually made it to Oregon.
No. I think, wait a minute. Yeah, B. Charming is kind of telling her age a little bit. She posted, I remember playing Pac Man on an Atari.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that in myself. I hate Pac Man.
Yeah, I did that tournament that time, and a guy won over 72 hours playing. I didn't. I just gave up. I said no. And I was 14th place.
Hmm. The closest thing I came to winning. Do you remember when Mellow Yellow come out
Yeah.
and they said it was faster than Mountain Dew to drink? Well, up here they had a contest, and the fastest one from that region had to go to the semi regionals and win. I put a whole, what was it, 16-ounce bottle down in about 1.2 seconds. That's fast. The guy beat me by 1/100th of a second. He drove away in the car. You talk about somebody pissed.
Did you throw the bottle at him?
No, they wouldn't let us hold the bottles. But you got to remember, I was 19 years old at the time. That's the closest I ever came. And I wanted to know that he put an extra hole in that bottle to get air down it.
Well, I remember one time, me and my wife joined a bowling league with my uncle and my dad, and we couldn't make the Saturday one, so we could do a makeup game. So you sit there in front of the officials or something, and you played your game and you marked it down, and they added it to the score and whatnot.
Right.
So I have a weird way of bowling. I have a really, really bad. Well, it's not bad, but it's a big curve, and I almost have to get in the other lane, and I don't use my thumb because my fingers swell up and my thumb gets stuck. So I got to where I only use two fingers. I palmed the ball and
okay.
And I was on the 11th strike, and well, I was going up for the 11th one, and my uncle said, you bowl this one and one more strike, and you'll have a perfect game, and they'll put you in the newspaper and stuff. Yeah, but if I didn't
mess
I
up,
left two pins up, and I was like, "Oh man, you really had to do that, didn't you?" And I ended up with a 289. That was my highest game too, and I wasn't paying attention to the score. I was just going up there doing my thing. And if he would have said anything, I probably would have got a 300. And I was like, "Oh,
well."
But I did win a trophy for well, we actually won the for the league. We won first place. I won handicap, highest game, or highest game, highest set, which is one round. And something else, but they said they couldn't give me all those trophies because they wanted to spread out the trophies, because I was getting first place for the tournament, and then they gave me one other one. They asked me which one. I said I want the highest game, but
I'm blaming. I was good about bowling turkeys, getting turkeys.
Yeah.
And shit, I thought I was doing pretty good. I was what they call a power bowler, if that makes any sense. I mean, coming up, that's all we done is we bowled or we played baseball or
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it the way Lake said it. Neighborhood football. You know,
Yeah.
the only people who saw that will understand what we're talking about now. Man, she said it so innocently too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. You don't that like our local bowling alley, they run specials and everything trying to get people in there. There's hardly anybody that bowls anymore. I mean,
our bowling alleys are no more. We don't have no more bowling alleys.
yeah, it's a shame. And they're talking about closing up. Um, they said usually that because they have a double thing to where it's like two different bowling alleys.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a shame.
Well, now the last place, the bowling alley I'm talking about, they had a bowling alley and a what you call a game room, which had pool tables and everything in it. And it got to the point, oh, the heck with bowling, give me the pool table, you know.
Mhm.
And it got to where I thought I was good. I really did, because I was whooping damn near everybody that come through up there. And this one guy, he came in and he sat back just to watch. His first words to me is, "You're not as good as you think you are." And I mean, come on. I've walked in pool halls with 50 cents and walked out with $300. And I reckon like it was, who was it? Willie Moscone that put all of his money up at one time. He said, "I'll play you for that." Dude, I let him break. Well, he called it. Okay. I didn't even get a shot and lost all my money. And I looked at him. I said, "I know what you mean by what you said now."
Yeah, I still have my bowling ball down in the basement. It's a doozy. It's 24 pounds.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
No
because
damn wonder
I
you
have
was
to have a really well. I used to carry two because if I got on anything on the left side, or no, the right side, yeah, the right side. Like if I leave the 9 pin,
yeah.
um, my curve is so strong I can't hit it. So I actually had to get a really light one, which was 12 pounds isn't light, but I used to do that heavy ball because my spin was so much it goes whoosh and curves right in there, and when it hits you hear it blam.
Mm. But I mean, it to me when I bowled, I tried to pick the lightest ball I possibly could find that would fit my fingers.
Yeah,
And
that's
I,
whenever and anybody says um I've had people say, "Can I try your ball?" And they go to pick it up, and they're like,
yeah. But you know, when I first started, I thought you tried to find a bowling ball to where it would fit your fingers. I did not know they did. When you buy a bowling ball, they drilled holes in it.
Yeah.
Like that. But you talking about you having your first bowling ball or whatever for a long time, and I'm talking years. I went to Sears and Roebuck and I ordered a pool cue, and it came from Japan, hand carved the whole 9 yards. I think at that time it was right at $500 for that. I had it 6 months. Somebody stole it.
Yeah, I've got one. I got a Detroit Lions. I still have it.
Mine had engraving of a tiger with a ruby eye in it. That's the reason it costed so much. It's like this right here. I know who done it, but proving it is something else.
Yeah.
So what can you do? What's going to happen around November if everything gets rigged back up like it did a few years ago?
I don't know. We were talking about Alaska. What's her name lost Alaska?
Sarah Palin, she lost. Yeah, Democrat or blue person.
Well, they do it a different way up there. It's not like the rest of the United States.
You heard? Go ahead.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it. I don't know how they would do a recount or something, but I don't know. The person's been there since like 40 years or something like that. The person she's running against.
Darn.
Yeah.
Well, what is this going on down in Florida about Biden and DeSantis? So I caught the headlines about 3 minutes before me and you started talking.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to send you an article on it and let you read, see what's going on.
Or just bring it up. Well, I was going to say bring it up tonight on 101s, but
exactly.
He's taking another day off, it seems.
Really?
Yeah, he set one up for Friday, so I mean he does need it. Wouldn't hurt for him to have a couple days off.
That man's wore out. He really is. You can look at him and tell. I don't know if it's what's going on around us or if it's work or if it's a combination of both.
Yeah, he needs to do we kind of do that. We start on one thing and it never ends up what our subject is, but we kind of branch off of it.
Yeah.
Start with one thing and just let it ride.
Well, I kind of look at it like this. His time is his intro and when he talks right after the intro, because that way he can get out what he's got on his mind.
Yeah, that's what I was saying today. I think he's too tied up trying to bring something for the beginning where he comes up with a subject,
something new,
and he's trying to get that new thing out, and I think he just needs to kind of wing it and just relax, and because when he comes up and joins us, you don't seem that much pressure on him when he's just relaxing on.
You're right.
And it seems like when he got over there, he starts on his. It seems like he's under a little pressure.
Yeah. I want to ask Chat something. and I've been thinking about it for the last couple of days. Would y'all prefer me going live at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock? Put the time in chat, please, because I'm debating right now. But yeah, I mean, 101 is, I guess, he's the one who really got me into all this, opening
Yeah.
up my eyes on everything. And then, you know, I got to looking at other channels and so forth. I think TJ introduced me to Lake Ferry, and Lake Ferry introduced me to 101, like that. And then I think we all branched off, after being on there for about a year. But yourself, my memory is not that good. And when it comes to the keyboards and everything, I really don't know what I'm doing. I've tried. And then when I do get something that I want to go with, I'll spend countless hours pulling it up or whatever. And then when I get ready to do it, bam, somebody else has done it or is doing it. And for a person, people like us, I hate to say it, but that pisses you off more than anything. And you don't tell nobody, because just as soon as you do tell somebody, they're going to do it.
Oh yeah.
A creator.
Yeah. I remember when just did a live with TJ. It's been a while, but she had an idea for something, and somebody else came out with it and said it was their idea and everything. And after that, she stopped. Well, I've got a good idea, but I'm not going to say it because somebody will rip it off.
Yeah. I mean, but she's right. She's 100% right with that. Creator.
Yeah, and like if I come out with something and I know, like if Jeff had it on a stream a couple days before, I'm gonna say, hey, this is what I got off of so and so, and I'm just putting more to it, or I'm explaining it more or whatever, but this is where it came from.
Yeah. I mean, now you want to talk about TJ. I'm not going to mention no names, but I remember who it was. It took me a few minutes, and I don't think that person has a stream anymore. If that person does, damn near fucked up. It's not under the same name, But there are people out there, man. You know it. I know it. Every creator knows it. They're gonna stab you in the back just to try to act like it was their idea.
Mm-hmm.
And as a creator, I've sat back, I've watched, and I've learned. If you've got a good story and you want to go with it, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
I mean, plain simple. And I ain't trying to be an ass about it, but it's the truth.
Yeah, because if you come out and the same day or a day later and, oh, you're stealing the stuff, you're stealing somebody else's stuff.
Yeah.
And that's, I've got, who was it? I get told whenever I do a lot of the food stuff and talk about the supply chains and stuff. Oh, you're way late. Ice Age Farmer already talked about this. I don't watch him. I mean, it's just I watch only a certain amount of people on YouTube, And it's not like I go out looking at other channels to see what material I can find. I think of it myself. And
Well, go ahead.
that's the thing. YouTube, somebody's already done it.
Yeah. I mean, we're running out of
Unfortunately.
ideas. We're running out of stories.
Yeah.
But don't give no names or nothing like that. Maybe a lot of people have forgot. But I was spreading like wildfire of a story that was done here a little while back ago. And I had forgot somebody else had done the same story a way while back ago. And I felt that tall when I was told, do you remember? And I had to sit there and think for a few minutes. Yeah, I could not apologize to that person enough.
Well, there's a difference though. It's like if I go over to somebody else's channel and I see what they're working on, and then I'm going to do that story. That's a big difference. If you just come up with it in your brain and say, "Oh, I think that's a good story to run on," that's not being going out and trying to steal somebody's stuff. That comes from you. You know what I mean?
It does, but I think there's enough people in this community that we are associated with. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm going to admit that I'm wrong, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I expect other people to be like that too. You know, I cut up and carry on 99% of the time. And about everybody else does too. But still, when I get, we get serious, we get serious. Now, like 101 ran that weekend special. He was talking about the Bible. I sat back, I held my mouth, and we got serious about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a topic everybody needs to be serious about. You know, but when I come back from vacation, oh hell, cards was off the table. I was wide open then, boy. I was feeling good. But
yeah, I remember when North Shore Preparedness was doing a thing where he was taking some of his preps and making a meal out of it.
yeah,
And I said, "Well, that's a good idea." And I did the same thing, but I gave him credit. I even said in the video, it was toward the end and everything. And I did um a meal like that, and I had people come in there cussing me up, saying this is North Shore Preparedness's deal and everything. And I'm like, that's why I gave him credit in the links. It's right there. All you have to do is scroll down and look at it. And I said, I even said it in the video, but they only watched like 5 minutes of it and condemned me.
boy, I got something to tell you in the back room. You ain't gonna believe it. But it's if you give somebody else credit, and let's say a couple of weeks down the road that you mention something about it, your viewers is going to come back and jump you. Well, that was such and such. You know, you shouldn't be doing that. But you want so bad to say something, but you bite your tongue over it. And when I say community, there is a select few people who are in our community. Wish we could expand more, but stuff happens you don't plan on.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you're 20 years old, you got hundreds of friends. The time you turn 60, you got one good friend. You know, that's it. You've
Yeah.
done weeded through the bad ones, and you've kept the good ones. And, even though my wife's sitting in the next room, I'm not saying this because of that, but I've got two best friends. She's one of them. And
Oh,
there's another one that pops up every now and then. Roy, him, and now when you get to a certain age, you don't make best friends no more because it takes years
yeah.
to become a true friend, a loyal friend. You can't just go out and make them overnight like you used to. Because when you're starting out, they're going to stab your ass in the back just to see what they can and can't get away with.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I was reading.
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense, And like Mary Moon says, when it comes right down to it, a husband and wife, that's all they got.
Yeah.
I got her back and she's got my back. But we may not have each other's backs because, boy, she damn sure lets me know.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at with the divorce thing over politics. I mean, there have been people that's been married 20, 30 years and got divorced because of the politics. I'm like, how and why? It's like it makes no sense. It has, I mean, it kind of impacts your life, but it kind of doesn't. That stuff you can do your voting and you can email your congressman and all that stuff, but truly, there's not much you can do about it, about the government stuff.
No, there ain't.
And having it rule your life that's no way to live. And if you get a divorce because your husband or wife is a Democrat or didn't vote for Trump or the other way around,
Y'all wasn't true to begin with.
that's messed up.
Well, to God, the church is his bride. And as a married couple, God is our church. And that's what the devil is in the process of doing, is destroying the church. And right now, he's doing a pretty damn good job of it. But if everybody would stop, stand still, and think and pray about it, you can see who's going to win in the end.
Yeah, it's, and when I seen that 22% of the marriage was because of political differences. That's horrible. I mean, there's other things there. I mean, people cheat. They're very bad to their spouses and this stuff. And when you see 22% is that,
maybe they should.
I still couldn't get over it. And I went to multiple different things to see if it was
True.
fake stuff, and it was the same numbers every time. Like, wow.
Yeah, you're right. Let me say something. Lake, I'm going to get in touch with a certain person and find out if that's true. I don't think it is, Bushcraft was telling me a little something about it before Stream. So I'll try to let you know by this time tomorrow. I mean, politics in the last 20 years, in my opinion, has become a damn joke. Straight up. It's who can get who first. Who can tell 15 years ago, my saying was, you ain't voting for the president, you're voting to see who told the best lie.
Yep.
You know,
and voting for to see how much of what he said is BS.
It's like a two-faced person, okay? Straight up. You vote for one guy when he wins. Let me back up. You vote for one guy and you see a face. After he wins and gets in office, then you see the true face. Like that.
Jump up if you're going to jump.
Well, I think we got us a stray cat and possible a stray dog come from the same household.
Yeah, I may end up fostering some more cats, unfortunately. The animal shelter is having really bad problems this year.
Really?
I actually had to take some cat food from my storage of it because I always try to keep 4 bags,
right,
and just in case. And I had to take them down there to the animal shelter because they're out of cat food. Damn. And I can't see that happening, so I went and took that down. I tried to get them to where I told them that if they make an Amazon page or something to where they can get the stuff shipped to them if people buy it online or something and then have it shipped to them. But I don't know if they're going to do that or not. If they do, I'll put it on a couple lives or something. Maybe somebody out there help them out.
Well, you know, when I worked with Dollar General, we would get a lot of cat food and dog food that would come in, and the bags would be ripped or torn. Yep. We'd tape it up and we'd mark it down. And it got to the point every week this one person would come in and buy everything up that we had done marked down. And come to find out what that person was doing, she was going around to where stray animals were, okay? And she was feeding them. That's what she was doing. And time for the animal shelters had tried, and we'd say, this other person that come in bought everything up.
Yeah.
And we was also under the influence that she worked with them. Come to find out, she told us a lie just to get the food. You know, what can I say? Yeah. Talking about food, I'm going to plug something here. Pittsboro, North Carolina, there is a restaurant up there. It is called S&T's. It's right on Main Street. They got some of the best food and ice cream. It's like a soda shop. Okay,
I don't see that much anymore.
No, you don't. And me and my wife and the family, we kind of know one another before they opened it up. But so
okay. I thought you were saying you and your wife know each other. I'm like, I hope so.
No, we don't. We have no idea who the other one is. Hey, be quiet. I'm on one here. But what it was, when my wife was in the hospital, her husband was in the hospital also. That's how we met. That was what, 95? Yeah, but either 91 or 95. That's how we knew one another. And I mean, this is an awesome family run business. So if y'all ever coming through North Carolina and going through Pittsburgh, please stop in at S&T's Soda Shop and tell them I sent you.
What's the S&T stand for?
That was their names.
Oh, okay.
And you know how I am about revealing people's names.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not crazy about that.
Yeah. Oh, I understand. I was just kind of curious.
Yeah. But they went, or he passed what, this year? I do believe he passed away this year. Cancer,
Oh, really?
cancer come back on him.
Oh.
But before he passed, he went and bought. I mean, he went out in the Midwest, Arizona, and places like that to bars. You know, you see saloons and westerns that had this. They even got the desk that slid beer down it. They even got that up there. You know, that's what they serve on. But okay, enough about that.
The big the long counters.
Yeah, long bar, whatever. And it's about chest high too. I stand right at 6 foot and it comes up to my chest. And that's me standing flat footed on the floor. So, and I'm sorry, but I don't see how in the hell midgets got drunk back then.
They had to set them up on the counter.
Yeah, really. I mean, 5'2" women would have a rough time getting their beer.
But you talk about that, and you're still friends and everything. You don't see that anymore.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Because my son was talking about it. He said he has trouble finding friends, and I said it's really hard to find a good friend. It's not something that you like go out and find. It's like finding a 4-leaf clover in a parking lot.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not an easy thing.
Anybody can say, "Well, I'm friends with such and such."
Yeah,
but to sit there and say we're best friends, that it takes on another whole character right there. You know, it starts in grade school. Is where it starts, and then throughout the years, that's when you start growing up. You start weeding through your friends, or so-called friends. And then in your later years, who you've got left, you can honestly say is my best friend or is a true friend. You know, and when I say true friend, I'm talking somebody you would probably lay your life down for.
Yeah, this is not kind of changing the subject, but it's kind of the same. There's a trend going around on the shorts and things like that, where the mom comes in to their daughter and says, "This lady down the road wants to kick my butt, so I'm gonna go down there and fight her. But she has a daughter too, and she's your age. You're gonna come down here and help me?" And the kid's like, "What?" Some are freak out and say no, and some of them like, "Oh yeah, let's go." And that's kind of like if you need somebody not to go fight somebody, but if you needed somebody in a case like that, or we're in a bad pinch, we gotta move out of the house and we need to help moving out, and they're right there.
Yeah.
It's somebody that you don't have to ask, and they already know that you need help, or the same for you. Like if they, oops, you fell down, didn't you? You would go out of your way to help them.
Well, see, when I was coming up, we always had a joke, best friends is going to ridicule you no matter what. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to tell you what you don't want to hear to help you out in the long run. But when it comes down to it, you don't have to ask your best friend for help. They right there, period.
Yeah.
And the shorts that you talking about, I saw one yesterday. It was an elderly woman with her mother, and I bet you her mother's about 80 years old. She said she's going to kick somebody's butt, and her mother's going to be there too. And by then, she done kicked her shoes off, went in the bedroom, and the daughter said, "What are you doing?" And if I heard it correctly, the mother said, "I'm trying to locate my ass kicking shoes." But Ginger Ninja, you right.
Yeah.
Whether you want to hear it or not, they're going to be straight up and truthful with you.
Yeah. There's somebody in the chat that your friend that gets on you all the time. In chat,
you gotta be talking about trust.
No. You call me your brother.
Roy, where's he at? I haven't seen his name.
Yeah, that's why I said I haven't seen him, but yeah, he gets you going every once in a while when he comes in.
You have no idea. You ought to hear us on the telephone. If me and him done what me and you are doing, they would cut our stream probably within the first 10, maybe 15 minutes. That's guaranteed. And I'd be right there with him. And if you think we don't like a certain president, you ought to hear what his opinion on that one is.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's one reason he don't want to come up on your stream, because he don't want to get you taken down. He's told me that.
Carried around.
Mm-hmm. But he says when he gets set up, if you still want to talk about blacksmithing and how knives are made, he'll be more than welcome to come up. But he said if you start talking politics, he's going to cut it.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I was getting at with the whole that marriage thing. And it's not only that marriage. There's people lost their friends. The family members won't talk to each other because they believe in one thing and the other person doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think it's silly to lose somebody over something that neither one of you can basically control.
Two people go their separate ways on kind of something like that, and maybe it was meant to be. They were not meant to be together to begin with.
Well, I think it's a lot to do with how we're moving in that direction. Everything's divided, and it's not just politics. It's religion. It's how people act. Basic compassion for somebody else, or
Oh,
it seems like that's
I'm
where everybody's headed, to be confrontational about everything. You say one thing and somebody jumps on you for saying it, and oh, I don't know. One of the things that pops out on me is there's somebody in the girl basketball player. I don't know her or anything, but there are, look how many people are in prison in the United States for marijuana.
oh God.
That's what she's in jail for in Russia, and she's they're making millions of dollars, donations and stuff to get her out. And I don't know. It seems like there are a lot of things that millions and million dollars could help out. It seems like we're, just because it's a celebrity, everybody's throwing money at it to help a celebrity, when you go down the street and there's somebody living under a bridge. And I think we're missing a message there.
Yeah,
I mean,
a big one.
I hope she comes back to the United States and everything, even though she condemned the United States. But I don't know. I just think there's something messed up in the message in that. There's people living on the street. There's people homeless. We have veterans that live out in the woods or under a bridge or under a cardboard box.
Well, now I hear exactly what you're saying, but let's turn the table for a few minutes, okay? What about our president sending all that billions of dollars overseas that can help our own people?
Oh yeah, I agree. But then again, we have no control over that. But we can control where we spend, because there's people that are donating for her to get released and stuff. These are normal people, not a government. These are normal people that are buying those shoes that support her to come back, and they're donating their paychecks and stuff. And that's what I was kind of getting at. It's us, normal people, not government, that can actually do good with that. But it's a celebrity type thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to find something here that won't let me. Aha. Oh, come on, people. There is 46 people in chat, and I ain't got but 8 thumbs up.
No, you got 41.
Oh, hell, I'm in top chat. No wonder. Let me get up the live chat. This weekend going on in Henderson, North Carolina. If I remember correctly, there is a 4-day Apple Fest going on. So, y'all boogie on down. And get y'all some apples. And sometime in October, Wilkes County is having a festival going on. Wilkesboro. And that's up there close to where my daddy's people are. Yeah, I know that. That's the reason I brought it up, because you reminded me. Me and the wife was talking about it until bills came due. Now we can't even afford air for our tire.
Yeah, remember when you go to the gas station, air up your tires?
Oh, hell
Free.
yeah. It was free.
Now they charge you like $1 to put air in your tires for 15 seconds.
Last time I put air in my tire out of a machine like that, it was $1.50. I put $1.50 in it. Come to find out, the damn thing was broke. So
yeah, if you have more than one tire to air up, you're out of luck. Because it pumps up so dang slow.
Yeah.
It cuts off.
Well, if you remember, every ding used to be what, a pound or 2 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, now $1.50 is 15 seconds and about 3 pounds. And if the machine's broken, you put your money in there. Who do you talk to get your money back? Because nobody in the store, well, we ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll take the damn machine home with me and get my money back. No, y'all didn't hear me say that. Don't nobody do that. I'm not encouraging that.
Well, we got a link to Jeff's backup channel.
Yeah, I got to get one. Dadgummit. But
yeah, that's I go back. If you go back to 80s, well, even 90s, or would you ever think that somebody would tell you, saying they'll end up start charging you for air to air up your tires at a gas station? You would have thought they were crazy.
Do you remember the argument or the joke that come out before they started selling bottled water?
Oh yeah.
Man, I never in my mind did I think that would take off. Now look at it.
Yeah, there's expensive water out there too.
Yeah. I mean, you got what? A pint is damn near $2. And look, I'm gonna tell them hello, Miss TJ. I remember when a 20-ounce bottle pop was 25 cents.
Well, I remember when plastic pop was 24 ounces, the bigger ones, and you could get a 6-pack, and it was always cheaper than buying a 12-pack of pop, and nobody caught on to that. Then everybody started getting the plastic bottles because it works out to be a 12-pack of pop, because it's 12 ounces is in a can of pop. Well, right now it may change, but and then the bottles started getting smaller and smaller.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember
16 ounces now? Sometimes you can get 20-ounce ones, but
do you remember people being on what they call a so-called diet? They would eat about 3 or 4 cheeseburgers and a couple of orders of fries, but yet it would be a diet drink. They got to watch their figure.
Yeah. Yeah, those diet drinks that they had back then ended up causing cancer and stuff. What was that stuff?
Saccharin.
Yeah, that's it. That was the big thing.
I don't care. I mean, I still taste the saccharin in a lot of the diet drinks. It leaves an aftertaste in my mouth. And we went somewhere and they handed me a diet drink, and I said, I don't want it. They said, why? I said, because it's got saccharin in it. No, it don't. I said, all right, took a swallow of it, waited a few minutes and threw it away. It had saccharin in it.
Yeah, technically they're worse off than drinking the sugar part of it.
Oh,
even though it's corn syrup now, but
yeah. Mm. There is a old how do you put that? The thing going around again. Hot dogs, hamburgers, sausage patties causes cancer. I'm sitting there thinking, damn, is this a repeat of about 20 or so years ago? But if you really want to think about it, look at all the shit that's being put in there today compared to then.
Yeah.
I believe that more today than I do anything else.
Yeah, I mean, the meat that they inject oxygen in it. That way it keeps it red.
I thought they just opened up the package and just threw blood on it. You know, wait a minute. Let me rephrase that. Red water. You know, to make it look that good. TJ, tea is the liquid of life in my household. I think in the last 12 months, I've had maybe 2 bottles of pop. That's it. But I mean, yeah, it's like I forgot who I was talking to, and talking about going out buying fast foods and everything. And okay, I remember who it was. And I told her, I said, you better be careful of what you buying at fast food markets now. She said, yeah. Why? And I told her why. She said, you got to be kidding. I said, no. I said, it's proven fact. I said, just go to YouTube and look it up. I don't know if that person is in shock because I was right and ain't woke up yet or what.
And you were talking about tea down there. This company, Milo's.
Yeah.
They make some good lemonade too, and it's actual sugar, not corn syrup. It's lemon, water, and
no, he said tea.
That's it.
Trust, you need to get your new batteries for your hearing aid. Y'all was talking about Donald Duck this, Daffy Duck that, and so forth like that, different type juices.
Yeah.
You sent me pictures and everything. I have looked, and I mean looked. The only cartoon character I have found was Donald Duck orange juice. That's it.
Yeah, you can search on a lot of them have changed to where it's just Donald Duck now. But there are some that Minnie Mouse and Mickey and all them. Goofy is a fruit juice.
Goofy's a fruit, period. But well, I think I know what I'm going to do next week. Instead of coming on at 6, I'll probably come on at 7 because I've been looking at chat and there's a lot coming in around 7 or a little after.
Yeah.
And I reckon that's one of the reasons I wanted to go past hour just to see. Trust, you can have 3 a.m. all you want. You call me at 3 a.m., I'm going to chew your tail out. Oh, that's right. You ain't got my number. But I mean, there is so much stuff to talk about, but there is no new stuff to talk about. It's like you've heard it on 101 time and time again. We're in a movie. All
Yeah.
this is being played out and so forth. If that's a fact, I want my money back because it ain't worth a crap.
Yeah. I don't want to go. I don't want a sequel.
No, I hope they ain't one.
I won't buy it on DVD.
Or whatever the future holds.
Yeah.
Wonder what happens after.
I won't buy the download, I guess it would be nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, it used to be reel to reel, then it went to 8-track, then it went to cassette, and so on. Now we on DVD. I wonder what's going to be after DVD.
Well, it's already here. You just
Well, I mean,
click a
download.
button on your remote and you buy it.
Yeah. Just give me.
They still sell them, but the DVD sales have went down the tube.
Do you remember when VHS players come out? They was 800, some of them $2,000. Now, if you can find the same one, it's
Betas.
$30 for the same one.
Remember the beta ones?
Yeah, I do, and it did not take off that much. I never bought a beta player.
Oh, they were expensive. I didn't have one, but and there was the big record player looking thing. It was a big disc. I didn't have one of those either, and those things were expensive. And those, if you can find them discs, they go for thousands of dollars now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want one of the hand crank record players that they did back in the 20s.
Yeah. Had that big old speaker on it, that cone.
Yeah, like the RCA dog.
Yeah.
Oh. You said earlier that you think 101 was going to take another break tonight.
Yeah.
Do you know if anybody else is going to go live?
Dig Deeper Mystery, 8:00.
I better hurry up and get off of here then.
Yeah. Let me.
I ought to give him some good material to get up on his ministry tonight. How that mouth will run when your brain don't.
It's Jeremiah again, I do believe. Yep. 32 and 33.
Oh, look. You see what Lake put up?
Yep.
I'm trying to sit here and think of something smart, but about the out part, that right there, I think is my logo. Out. The heck I will, Trust. If I'm watching him, I'm going to be watching him with a slingshot.
He'll ruin your TV.
Not if I do it on his TV. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. It's about 20 after. And y'all just remember, go to Dig Deeper Ministry at 8 o'clock tonight.
Yep, links up there. I just posted it.
That's how I remembered the name. So, Bushcraft, do you have any last words you want to say?
No. Tomorrow we'll be over my place for ghost stories again.
Oh, that's right, ain't it? I got to go get some pictures of Devil's Stomping Ground. Matter of fact, we passed it today. And if I thought about it, I would have took some video.
Yeah, you'll have to go out there at 3 o'clock in the morning with your wife and have her film you.
I would, but I don't think I can drag my wife out there with me.
You'll have to hold the camera yourself in.
Tell me about it. And the next thing you know, it will disappear. So, bull hockey. I'm the type of person that showed me. Okay. I'm sorry. I mean, I do believe in ghosts. Don't get me wrong. I believe in spirits. Let me rephrase it that way. I believe in spirits.
Cat bit my toe.
I'm sorry. It's going to make a few of y'all on the angry side. I don't believe in aliens. I don't believe. I'm going to leave it alone right there while I still got a good ear left. I get chewed out for that one. I prefer to tell blonde jokes, and I had to listen to this one.
There's a bunch of aliens down south.
I think I'm living with one.
We won't see Jeff tomorrow.
It's possible she didn't hear me. Yes, she did. She did too. I think that woman's got an invisible stethoscope tied to her ears. All right. Next Tuesday at 7 o'clock, unless plans change, we will be live at Bushcraft's channel.
Yep.
And I think next Thursday, I'll probably go at 7 myself. I'm going to try it and see what happens. So, all right. Let me get my cursor right. Bear Truth out.